Does population growth worsen poverty? Have you ever wondered how the number of people in a country can impact poverty levels? This question is more complex than it seems. Population growth can indeed contribute to worsening poverty, but it is not the only factor at play. The relationship between population growth and poverty is shaped by various economic, social, and ethical elements. When a population grows rapidly, there are more people who need essential resources like food, education, health care, and jobs. If the economy does not grow at the same pace, it can lead to a shortage of these resources. This situation makes it harder for people to escape poverty. For example, in many developing countries, the infrastructure may not keep up with the rising number of residents. This constrains social services, making it difficult for families to access what they need to thrive. On the economic side, a growing population can expand the labor force. This could potentially drive economic growth if there are enough jobs available. However, if the job market cannot accommodate the increasing workforce, unemployment and underemployment can rise. This often happens in poorer nations where there are limited job opportunities. Furthermore, population growth can increase income inequality. Families with fewer resources tend to have more children, and without opportunities for upward mobility, their poverty can worsen. From a moral perspective, this raises important questions about fairness and resource distribution. If population growth leads to more individuals living in poverty, societies face ethical challenges. Ensuring that everyone has access to basic human rights, such as education and health care, becomes a pressing concern. The persistence of poverty, even in times of economic growth, highlights the need for policies that address both population dynamics and social inequalities. High fertility rates are often linked to poverty. Families with limited resources may choose to have more children due to a lack of access to family planning and education. This can create a cycle where poverty leads to high fertility, and high fertility makes it harder to escape poverty. Breaking this cycle requires investments in education, particularly for women, health care, and social infrastructure. These investments are not just practical, they are moral imperatives that promote human dignity and well-being. Addressing these ethical concerns involves balancing respect for reproductive rights with the need to reduce poverty. Policies that empower individuals through education and health care, create job opportunities, and ensure fair resource distribution align with ethical principles of justice and beneficence. In summary, while population growth can worsen poverty, it is essential to consider how economic and social systems respond to these changes. Ethically, this situation calls for attention to fairness, human rights, and the moral responsibility to support vulnerable populations through inclusive development and social policies.